Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello Leute, welcome back to our channel. This is Iordan.
And this is Emily.
And we are
Iordan&Emily.
And on today's video, we're gonna discuss the next love language, which is
Receiving gifts.
or giving them.
A person whose primary love language is giving gifts feels most loved if they get little tokens, little gifts that show them that you love them. For giving a gift, it can be literally anything. It's like a parent receiving like a little gift, like a little drawing of their son or daughter. They feel super loved. Why? Because this kid is showing them, look, I made this for you. I'm giving this to you because I love you, because you are the most important person in my life. And similar to that, a person that likes receiving gifts or feels loved through gifts is that this person feels loved because he knows or she knows that you thought of them when you got the gift. It can be a small thing, it doesn't have to be something super expensive. It can be something like bigger and more expensive.
Yeah. What?
I love you like doing the signs like in the background to what I'm saying.
Regarding that, some people may feel superficial when they say, oh no, my primary love language is giving gifts. What kind of person am I? Am I that shallow or whatnot? Don't take it so crucial. No, giving gifts is actually one of the most important love language there exists in a relationship. You don't necessarily have to be someone very materialistic. Just like Emily said, it can be just a small token that you found in your daily life. Like picking up a flower out of the garden and just giving it to your wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or husband.
Maybe
or
not the garden
partner.
that she planted and is very proud of.
You got out of college, you got out of work, and while walking straight home, you found a pretty flower that made you think of her or him, and you just got it out and you just, hey, hi.
Another example, just like if you go shopping and you find something, oh, I know that this person really likes grapes, then you buy grapes for them or something like that.
I like grapes.
I know.
Or blueberries.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, we're dating, by the way.
Things that you can do for this person is if you're traveling, giving them a little souvenir. I, for instance, started, because I thought actually that was Iordan's primary love language for a time, I started buying souvenirs for the places I went.
I mean, I like gifts. Who doesn't like gifts? Well, some people don't. But I actually did appreciate that while she was traveling, she was thinking of me and brought me some souvenirs. And some people don't really care about that much, as I consider myself like the worst tourist ever. But just the thought that she was out there and thought of me and bought me something every trip she had, it was pretty nice. So I'm collecting those, by the way.
But now if the person's primary love language is gifts, then it will mean so much if you bring something back home to them. And if you don't bring something, they will probably actually be a little bit disappointed. Giving them cards, like some people, like if they receive like something small, they're like, what do I do with this? I'm not sure. But if the person's primary love language is giving gifts, then even a little card with like a funny sentence on it or something small that you made yourself, it means a lot. So like DIY gifts.
Yeah, that. Does it matter though that what's more special for them? If you buy something or you make something for them?
I think what matters is that you really thought of them.
Okay.
So like if you make something, you can make it more personalized for the other person because you know them and you know what they like, you can personalize it more. But if you go shopping and you find something and you think of them, buy it. It will make a difference. I mean, it has to be personal, or it's better
Obviously,
to make it personal.
Yeah, as in when you talk about being personal, it's something that actually reminds you of the person, actually, like something that's been discussed. Like, oh no, he remembered that I actually said that I liked the necklace, for instance, and he bought it for me.
And here's a tip. If you know, or in general, you can do this with your partner. I do this with you. I don't know if you know that. I have a list. Then, like, if you say something that you want, or you're like, oh, I really need, I don't know, new socks, I write it down. And when I find the opportunity, then I get the socks for him, or other things where because I know I'm not going to remember everything that he's going to say.
Yeah, your birthday's coming up, you know? Gotta think about that, right?
And that's it. Like if I do it like constantly, I write down, then like if there's a birthday coming up, I can get him something more expensive that I know is actually valuable to him because he needs it or he wants it. And if not, like if it's smaller things that you can just pick up, like socks is something that I can go shopping, and he said 2 weeks ago that he needs new socks, and I find those socks. I'll bring him socks. If you have a problem with spending a lot of money because you don't see like why would you buy them something that maybe is not something very useful or something like that, but for the other person it would matter, then Gary Chapman says in his book, see it as an investment. You are investing in your relationship. Maybe actually it will come cheaper than later a therapist. Think of it as an investment in your love. Making the other person feel loved makes such a difference in your relationship. And don't complain about the money that you spent for the other person.
Or that it's being spent on you. Because someone whose primary love language is giving gifts, he would not think, or she, how much he spent or he spent. They will only think about, oh, this gift will be so good for them. They are not thinking about the price. If you're someone who's very conscious about spending, when they give you a gift, don't like, oh, how much did it cost you? That's gonna drain them so hard, because in that process of thinking, they didn't think about the money. They thought about you as a person.
Yes, I think for me, actually, it's easier to buy things for other people than for myself. Like if I see something and I'm like, oh, this would be something Iordan would love, I would just buy it without actually thinking of the price. I mean, obviously, like if it's something super expensive, you have to look at your budget. But
PlayStation 5.
It would be so much easier for me to buy you a PlayStation 5 than spending that money on myself. Actually, it would be so much easier because I would know that
It's not happening, right?
Happy.
It's not happening, right?
You can make donations and
Do we? We should have set up an account.
do not forget special occasions, and especially forget gifts for those special occasions.
Anniversaries, month anniversaries, birthdays, sometimes some people Valentine's, Christmas.
Yes, for those people, gift on Valentine's makes a difference.
You're right, yeah. That's not an option. You're right. I know that we're in a capitalism thing and consumers and whatnot.
And I think that makes it actually harder because we're like, oh no, this person is materialistic. But like even if we weren't in like a capitalist consumer type of mindset, for that person, the things that you give them make a difference.
Yeah. Another thing is when you're buying something, don't think, oh, he's just gonna wear it for one day or just use it just for once and he's gonna throw it away. Don't think that. Get that out of your mind. Just give it to them and they will treasure it forever. Boom. Period.
All right, that has been all on giving gifts. If you have questions, comment below. And
we're expert up at the subject, by the way. I like giving gifts or receiving them. More receiving.
I think you're more the receiving end and I'm more the giving end, actually.
Hey!
In gifts, yeah?
No. I've given you enough gifts too.
You've given me gifts, yes.
Yeah. She has given me more.
Like, I think I do more of the small things, as in going shopping.
I actually thought giving gifts was my primary language for a moment, because I do like receiving gifts. But I think I've started to value other parts now. So that's why all the love languages are very important for you to know, because you might find out and surprise yourself that, well, I actually do enjoy this primary love language. And spoiler alert, we have not discussed my primary love language. So stay tuned.
Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, put on the bell, comment, like, do all those pretty things.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll be here every week, as you know, talking about this love language and other types of the video. You'll be surprised. Bye.